we get jumped into the draft here for game number 1. You guys watching on YouTube, make sure to join the giveaway as well. 1,000 diamonds for 4 winners over there. Yes, on the English stream. So now we can talk about this. 58%. This is win rate for blue side for Echo. RSG, pretty good win rate for the red side. They like to get those 2 picks picked up. So we're almost through this first phase of the bans. I like the respect. Arlott is banned out. Good choice for Echo to start there. The Louis Yi has been causing some havoc as well across the team. So
I just want to say their YouTube comments are agreeing. Yeah, like from Tomato Tomato, he says JP's the GOAT. Let's go.
The GOAT.
We agree.
Early Harith ban here for RSG. Now that's surprising. This opens up the assassins, right? So Nolan is available.
See value in me?
But they pick up Frederick.
You should.
Okay, is this the time where we just let go of the junglers, of the assassin junglers? Okay.
Right now, I feel like it's the jungle feels like the easiest, like first 2 picks, right? First free picks. And then, yeah, specifically in this match, I completely agree.
Yeah.
The XP laners seem to be the most flexible. Nats can play Benedetta. So many weird XP laner picks. Lapu Lapu is always available as well for players like Sanford. So yeah, it's a good call.
Fredrin, the typical answer is Minotaur, perhaps, for RSG. Minotaur and Roger is usually their choice.
I see lots of prey.
Yeah.
Okay,
Roger.
Roger. They want to go with the Roam already.
I might not be a lighted man, but I do know my traits.
The Barretts, it just seems like the right answer. I mean, considering, okay, we're going to throw that most likely in the jungle. Yes, there's still a possibility that it could be Flex. I just don't see, of course, Navs really wanting to go with that.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, like, it's not Navs, right? So it's like, you're just going to go ahead and be like, all right, that's going in the jungle. It's Fredrin and Barretts. It's probably, and we've talked about this pretty extensively previously when these 2 teams have gone against each other. It's like, now Carl T's and DMK, I know we even built up the story of these guys have this rivalry going on and everything else, but they gotta just fit that role. All right,
find a way,
tanky,
even when all is forlorn.
And secure the objective.
Kindness
the
is
dance
the surest path to ruination.
And the Vexana picked up here.
Now you're,
A very early Yuzhong pick here. I think this is not the first time that I'll say this in the English broadcast. It is Sanford's Pikachu. Yeah.
That's a good one. Have you said that before?
Yes,
that's a good one.
I think Daisu, I think you were there.
That wasn't me, sir. I did not say that. Wolf.
Okay.
Look, speaking of Sanford, let's take a look at his career hero stats.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at the Yuzhong.
18-6, man. That's a total of 24 so far. And this guy's young, by the way. So
that is his Pikachu.
That is his Pikachu, basically.
And you know what? I completely agree. This Barretts is not gonna get flexed. I feel like if you ask a player like Nats to play a Barretts, that's like asking Michael Jordan to play golf. You're not gonna get maximum potential out of it, right?
True, but he does play golf. But yeah, I understand the metaphor because surely he can play that, but he will not be a 6-time champion with that.
Your talent's wasted, right?
Talent's wasted.
Well, to be fair, people can. I still respect the people who play XP Barrett. I don't know, man.
Yeah, especially with a player like Nats. Now, RSG gonna be looking to ban maybe a roamer or a marksman here.
Yeah.
Claude comes to mind. Hero that can match up against the Roger, and a hero that has been famous, or one of the flavors of the week, is the Nathan.
Oh yeah.
It is in despair that I see the
banned out as
fondest
soon as you mention it, Wolf.
Sadly.
Light me up and watch the world burn!
An export. Do you really think Nats will play export?
I like that.
But then he
Let's
does,
think about this then. Let's leave it up as what is left for Nats to actually play against the Yuzhong. Like, what would be a great option against that?
Lapu Lapu comes to mind.
Dueling, straight up dueling.
Exactly.
It's like an old classic M4 matchup, of course.
That's right. A Paquito might be a choice for Nats as well, especially because there's already the Vexana was shown.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's other sustain heroes. I think the fact that Benedetta is still open kind of tells me that Echo wants
I've been waiting for too long.
bait that for RSG to pick that up, unless maybe it's just worthy to ban it actually because of how good Nats can be with that hero.
You know, sometimes, I know we're talking a lot about Nats here, but I do feel like there was a time, or even sometimes from game to game, Nats feels like he has that big responsibility to pull some of those amazing things off. Most often he does, right? But that's the thing where you really want to round up this lineup that RSG is going to bring to the table here. The Kaja's banned out, so now, again, when we talk about Nats pick, also the roaming option, Minotaur is still available.
Yeah.
Do they want to go that? Do they want to go that route here, or is there something better for the roam?
I think a Minotaur is really good for RSG. Honestly, for both teams. But then Echo, there's something in me tells me that this could be a Claude Angela closer for Echo. Very strong, and obviously Angela can also get into the Yuzhong at the first few minutes of the game.
Yep.
That's a viable option here for Echo. So RSG might just pick up the Minotaur right now. It's really good combo too with the heroes that they have.
Command
That
confirmed.
is the Grom.
Rhino online.
That's a light, I would say a light, what do you call this? Not a light special, it's one of his sidearms.
Yeah.
You have primary weapons, then there's a sidearm where you can pull off a Grok.
Yeah.
Very good, very well if you need it.
Yeah, a reliable hook as
A reliable hook.
they say for that one. Now Echo, with the Cloud being with the Grok being picked up,
It's my way or the highway.
so they go Ixia
Ooh,
and Ruby.
spicy.
Now the Paquito looks really interesting for RSG.
I didn't realize she had a 0% win rate.
Yeah.
I know she hasn't popped up much, but you know, the fact that she hasn't found a win yet.
Yeah.
But still, how does that look with the lineup that they have here with the Ixia? Is this going to work out pretty well for them?
Yeah, they have a lot of protection. They have the Vexana and the Ruby, very good combo. And then you pick up the Flicker because there's no hard lockdown for RSG. It's okay. And then when you look at the laning stage, like between Ixia and Roger almost always wins his lane matchup, but Ixia's range allows her to have a lot of options to outplay the Roger eventually.
Let them come.
Okay.
They will only
Alright,
make my
sounded like
blade
Benedetta.
sharper.
Of course.
Going to be locked in here. Very Nats.
Very nice.
Very Nats-like.
Yep.
So yeah, this the win rate of the Ixia, I feel like it's just a matter of testing it out in waters for the past like 2 uses.
You know, something interesting is happening with MPL.
What?
When Gord is being picked up, Naisu is on the desk, and when Ixia is getting picked up, Rockhart is on the desk. What is
That's
happening?
weird. Yeah, that's right.
What is happening?
Free games. The Ixia's here. Past free games.
You were there, right?
Well, I
yeah,
love.
it's
Yeah,
true.
I really
least
like
on
that hero.
3.
Very underrated. Use it, guys, in your rank games, please.
Well, while we get situated here for this first game, we want to go ahead and remind everyone once again, if you haven't, over on YouTube, follow, subscribe to the channel. Let us know with hashtags who you're feeling is going to win this match, the star match of the day. Is it going to be hashtag Echo? Is it going to be hashtag RSG? Taking a look at the lineups here. Who are you guys feeling more? Don't forget, by the way, your server IDs along with your user IDs to get a chance to win 1,000 diamonds. So again, both lineups here looking pretty good. And can we see which team is actually going to go ahead and start off the series stronger here? Again, spots for the playoffs already locked in. They're working for the upper bracket slot at this point now, alongside the other teams here. So with that being said, let's jump into the Land of Dawn. Game number 1 here. It's Echo and RSG. Ooh, those drums.
Man, these drums will really make it hard for me to hear me. But right now, obviously, the dueling capability of Bendicuity against Kusei at the early levels is actually pretty good because of the passive of the Ixia. Your HP just keeps going back as long as you keep attacking.
I want to ask you something, Wolf, real quick, as you see the emblems there. Fredrin's got the tanky emblem, Concussive Blast. We know some Fredrins now like to play with the support emblem.
Yeah.
Now, when do you think it's right to go ahead and switch that? Why is Call of Duty this time opting for that tanky setup this time?
Yeah, because they really want to have some bodyguards for this Ixia. When you go for the support emblem, you kind of want to be the one to supplement the crowd control. And then when you go for the Impure Rage emblem, which is for King Kong, he wants to deal the damage and amplify his farming speed in the jungle. So for Call of Duty going in for the tank emblem, you know that it is for them to peel for this Bendicuity Ixia.
Okay, we'll see if they can pull that off. Little trying to freeze a lane there a little bit in the bottom side, but also, you know, at this point, JP, with his hands on this Ruby, You know, like you guys mentioned it, he had a little criticism that he had to deal with previously, so this could, in a way, also be a big redemption game for JP to set things up. Ruby's one of the best heroes to be able to do that, especially when that flicker is available for the combination. Now, the question is, as we get prepped for this first objective of the game, the turtle is up. Some of these still need that level 4. Aqua's also waiting for it. That's why they're waiting in this XP lane to grab that, and they'll set it up. Who's got the better advantage in this team fight this early on?
That's interesting. I would say because Light is not level 4 yet, it's Echo.
Let's see if they pull it off.
Let's see, because right now there is going to be I'm Offended not available yet.
Aqua.
So everyone else from RSG, they kind of know this is happening. There's a soft reset right now. Eternal Guard already used up. Carlte's in the middle of the fight. First blood goes over to Light. And now it's going to be Aqua following up on the JP. They're ignoring the turtle. Turtle's basically bait right now.
Wow.
Force the flicker out of the Sanji as well. These are very early wins coming into RSG. Raiders come out on top.
Unbelievable. Everybody from RSG played so well, all right, in a very smart level. For example, Aqua copied the Yuzhong ultimate instead of the typical Vexana ultimate that you copy, right? And then he went in front of Sanji, forcing that flicker. Sanji could not output the damage for his teammate, and when that happened, Echo didn't have any sort of damage against RSG. And then if you're gonna be looking at Nats, he waited for his turn to go back, to the backlines, and then forced out the kill onto JP eventually. The timing was there. Then the reset from both Demon Kite as well as Nats on that part of the turtle. Very smart plays. I think that was one of the best executed first turtle fights that I've seen in a while.
That's what I was going to say, man. It reminded me of a very well choreographed fight, right? Like everything just seemed to fall in place. The timing was on point for RSG there. Yeah. They also played around the objective so well, given the fact that some of the ultimates were available and they weren't, and they brought that fight to a longer time than it should have been.
I think those are one of the moments where, rare moments where, hold that thought though. Nice engagement here coming in from Demon Kite. That's JP not available to activate any of his skills right now. And a lockdown of Sanji. No flicker means no way that he's going to get out there. Right now, here comes the full barrage though. Great positioning behind the wall. Getting into good position, but still the damage is not quite there. Or she's still managing to take these fights, even though they're low HP. Sanford's in there. Carlte's still alive. Aqua gonna get some HP back, but not gonna be able to survive here. Nice trades coming in for both teams.
Oh man.
Well, Carl, do you want to go ahead and say what you were gonna say before that fight broke out?
I was about to say, right, I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter anymore, because right now, these fights are looking super smooth for both teams.
That was so good. It's like an anime sword fight, man. Especially because Carlte's, we thought that they will just suffer. And Carlte's, as he was running away from there was a Grok block, right? He thought, okay, if I pop my ultimate in this particular area, there are 4 heroes that I will hit so that his HP will be back up. And that's exactly what happened. And Kusei used the Lycan Pounce to dodge the Appraiser's Wrath. How cool was that? And then there was Sanford. And then there was Sanji. Like, everybody from both Echo and RC is playing so good.
It also helps that these are heroes that have a lot of dodge. It does look like an anime fight.
Man. Oh, man. And now we come to this once again. The turtle's going to be up here. So this one looks like it's just going to be that 4-on-4. Carlte's starting it up. Echo looking in for their own positioning. Light's going to spot them out, though.
Good damage.
There's it is.
Right now, activated already is going to be that I'm Offended, taking care of Light very early into the fight. And I think that was also a cancel on the Electo final blow. Nats is having a hard time navigating this fight. He can't really help Demon Kite, who is absorbing a lot of damage coming in from Carlte's and Sanford. Aqua's under the turret. Demon Kite going down. It's Echo's time this time around.
And Echo now with the counter punch. They'll get themselves this turtle as well. What a team fight for them in that one.
Amazing decision to immediately take on Light. Chain stun the Grok when the Power of Nature is not available. Their first kill. And then they went into take out Demon Kite. Big props to Carlte's actually playing this Fredrin so well. So far has been converting so much damage for Echo while keeping his tabs on bigger objectives, like keeping his eye on Demon Kite, not letting him go with the chain stuns that you get from the Fredrin. Even when they're both tanky dudes, eventually the Fredrin will out-sustain the Barretts.
Big kudos. There are a few people in the world who can cancel
whoa!
an Electo final blow, like I was about to say there. And Echo, they're one of the few teams who can do that, but look at that. That was a great trade. Great exchange here.
Love the battle of these micro plays, even just between the laners themselves.
Literal anime fight, man.
Yeah, Sanford's going to keep him back. Of course, Sanford also favors the Benedetta, knows really the intricacies there for that hero.
Right.
And now it's pretty much even Stevens, you know, at this point, which is great because leading in to that next objective, you'll see how this all plays apart for these teams. My big question here, because of the 0%, hold on, Sanford going to use the Dragon
Sanford's
Form.
going to go ahead and use his trump card.
Look who's waiting.
Use this in attack position, and they're trying to go for it. Nats, though, has the Rectify, dodges out of it as well. My goodness, these
kidding
these shades.
Are you kidding
Hey,
me?
it's his Pikachu for a reason, Wolf, like you said.
Man. And then Nats just tried to dodge some of the passives from Sanford, even having to use the Electro Final Blow just to get into safety. That was a 1v2 that Sanford technically came up on top, but the fact of the matter is he does not have the ultimate for at least for the first few seconds of the Lord fight.
Here, so as we have a little downtime here, this was my question. Lord's coming up here in just a second. The Ixia, how long does she need to get that power spike where you see from a lot of these gold laners here? Rockhard, I know usually Wolf answers, but you love the Ixia.
Minimum 2 items. First, you need your basically Demon Hunter Sword. That's 100%. And then you get Corrosion Sight. After that, you can probably try to fight. But in this specific scenario, I think he also needs Wind of Nature early. Right?
Oh, especially because you're facing up against Nats.
Yes.
That's correct. So I would normally say that it's the 3-item power spike that we call called TIPS.
Oh, nice.
3-item power spike.
Three. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
I got it.
You have to wait for that. But then because of because of the fact that there's Benedetta and Roger, yeah, it should be the Wind of Nature item timing, which will come after the 3-item power spike for the Ixia.
Okay, we'll see how that plays a part here. Both teams kind of just setting up right now, getting the buffs that they can. They'll set up for this dance first Lord of the game. And so far, even with that lead that RSG has right now, it's really minuscule. It doesn't really matter much in the grand scheme of this team fight. And you can see even both XP laners staying on that top side, putting the pressure where they can. Wow, Sanford though.
Sanford 1v2 once again. Even forcing Nats back, but Nats, he's also trying to multitask. He's trying to dodge out of harm's way and trying to get some damage onto that turret, which will eventually fall. But the fight is happening right now underneath that turret. Underneath the Lord, rather. And everyone's jumping around. Nice assist coming in from the Lord. Back attack from Aqua as well. But here comes Bettycutie. Full barrage in tow. Takes care of the jungler of RSG. And that's Kasei gone. Or that's not a jungler, that's a gold lane rather. Now it's Demonkite going down. There you go. They got what they wanted though. That's a huge win for Echo in terms of team fights.
Unbelievable mechanics that we're seeing from both teams. Echo as well as RSG. You saw Sanford commit the ultimate onto Nats and eventually completing the kill. Nats denied of the push up top as well. But then RSG, for some reason, won the Lord fight. And, well, some of those reasons... Well, one of those reasons will be Aqua, actually, transforming into the dragon form, going directly onto Sanji. The lane-to-lane matchup battles are amazing this game.
That's interesting, right? He's been choosing that dragon form for a while now.
Because he knows that he can one-shot Sanji. Up until the point where Winter Truncheon is available for Sanji, I think he will keep on doing it.
He wants to fly too, man.
Yep.
You know, that's just part of it. And with that, Aqua's been having a great game for the most part. It's now, when you get to this part, First Lord's taken care of and everything, the juggling of the ultimates that he wants to play around with will play a big part of this. Bettycutie also just picking up that Wind of Nature like you guys mentioned. Look at the damage difference here, though, between them.
It's massive. Obviously, there's a huge burst when you use a Roger, but you know what? The Ixia does damage to everything.
I was going to say, he doesn't have, unfortunately, Rogers doesn't have a full barrage. You know,
he doesn't have a full barrage. He has one gun. One gun. You get one. All right? And claws.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I guess, technically speaking, the Lycan Pounds hits many, but, you know.
Multi-target, yeah.
Multi-target. But, yeah, I do agree that, okay, so that's the Wind of Nature that we're talking about. Was indeed the third item, so now you can use the Ixia, and every time that the flicker is up, Echo will feel confident that they can teamfight. And they can teamfight, actually. It's just that RSG's power spike was, in that moment, the first Lord and they played it so well. I think Aqua might be the actual game changer in this particular game number 1.
It does. Yeah, it does seem so.
For the game changer here being Aqua, something that a lot of people that have been watching RSG for a while, rooting for them, knows how Nats likes to play. So is his job of split pushing on this Benedetta, is it going to be hard with the lineup that Echo has here to try to contain this? Will Naz be a key component as well as Aqua for this actually getting game 1 under their belt for RSG here, Wolf?
I would say yes, just because of the nature of Echo's composition. They're quite, it's almost like traditional front to back. It's traditional box that they have to just group up as 5. And every time that Nats is split pushing and controlling the lanes, that means that somebody has to answer those lanes. But then Echo, they are really adept with this kind of playstyle because they are the ones who like to split push, you know.
Yeah.
So they know the macro, the ins and outs of this kind of playstyle. So
Yeah.
I would say yes, Nats' split pushing potential is impactful, but Echo is a team that is known to handle it.
Fortunately,
how it
though, obviously with the low mobility of the Iksha, Benecutie can't do the old, tricks.
Yeah, I would
For
say.
sure.
The old maneuver of the back door that Benny goes for.
The backdoor Benny.
Yeah, backdoor Benny. It's way better, obviously, too, just with this lineup that, they kind of control. They keep Benecutie boxed in themselves on a defensive front, keeping him alive. Because even for RSG, man, there's so many options that they can to get to Benecutie. But still, with that being said, it looks like we might see a full-on team fight here for this one. Lord,
sure.
Less than half health here.
The question is, who's going to be the target right now? And Iksha obviously very far away from this fight, but he can come close very soon as long as Sanford is up front, as well as JP looking for Aqua right now. And it's going to be a 50-50 on the Lord. Who gets it? It's going to be Carl. And they get it, and they are in a good position to do the good damage right now. And there you go, the bombing being given by Benecutie. Kusei, he's in trouble. He's going to go down. Demon Kaidara and Light is low. Oh my goodness, it's a disaster for RSG, man.
Absolute disaster. RSG, their game plan was to look for either Sanji or Benecutie. They have found Sanji and took him out easily. But then, because they have committed the Dragon Form from Aqua and the Petrify onto Nats, Benecutie felt very confident. Didn't even have to pop the flicker in that fight.
It was so worth for Echo there. And I saw what Nats was doing. He was really trying to just keep Benecutie from being a part of that fight. Yeah, Sanji got lost in that, but all for the better. He got a triple off of it, Benecutie, and now you can see the real-time one right here, 54% for them. So they're definitely going to get some space to work with, but this is not the end for RSG just yet.
For sure.
Now, given how that last fight went, and we know that a lot of that damage, a lot of that burst came from Benecutie setting up the full barrage, didn't need the flicker, so they could still possibly make a play here with a setup unless Echo decides, okay, we're happy with these turrets being down, the tier 2s, we're knocking on the base, we already got one turret of RSG. They could essentially replicate the fight in about a minute and a half for the next Lord, because RSG, given the fact that how that all went, if they actually get a favorable team fight, they have quite a bit of damage themselves. They still have to respect the set potential from Light here. So now for Echo, it's really just kind of the patient game until they decide, all right, let's grab that objective, let's get what we can. But you're just going to kind of wait to see how that goes. But the replay coming up here, Wolf, take us through it.
Let's see what happened in this exchange. Aqua and Nats on the left side. Nats didn't have the Petrify anymore in this case. And then, because Benecutie was protected by JP anyways, even after the full barrage being cancelled, he still already did his job to output the damage onto RSG in the absence of Sanji. And to be fair, RSG's game plan of eliminating Sanji as soon as possible, that's actually a really good understanding of the game, because we know that Sanji and the Vexana in general outputs the damage for the team.
Yeah,
the fact that they've taken it off is great. And also Sanji now has the Winter Truncheon, which I talked about earlier.
Yeah, I think the biggest factor in that team fight was Aqua died so early. He got bursted. He got caught by JP, which is the genius right? The small things you don't always notice.
Whoa!
It's a big deal, which right now happening as well. Of course, Black Dragon form to walk out there. Carl Teasy is close by. Look at this. It's the re-engage 2v4. Are you sure? Are you going to go ahead and fight this? Here's the rest of the Echo squad here. And it's going to be Kusei on the run. Can he, though? I don't think so. That's going to be one for Echo instead. What a turn.
Oh, that is tough for RSG. Now Nav's here. What's going to happen?
1v5, even you can be the slipperiest Benedetta, you'll still go down there.
Yeah, I can't, especially because of the Winter Truncheon. And he had no choice. He had to gamble for a fight. But then now RSG, because of some mistakes that they did, will lose control of the Lord for sure.
Man,
Small
they
errors.
They threw so much at trying to get Sanford there, knowing that he did have the Dragon Form as well. And then they got sandwiched off and displaced. So now Lord taken, they're on the defense.
To be fair, almost. They almost got him. They canceled Black Dragon form like 2 times in that exchange, but obviously it wasn't enough.
That's almost too risky though. Like even if they got him, you know, like the sandwich was gonna happen nonetheless.
Yeah.
And you threw so much at Sanford there that still RSG now has to kind of recollect themselves, dealing with this Lord push. It's bottom side. They do have this immortality available for Light. He is going to be the one to set things up once again. Has the flicker available as well. But still, working against JP. JP has been on the hunt now at this point, especially his own immortality up. So now they work here. Mid lane, conceal play comes through.
Yeah.
Nice concealed play. Echo keeping their eyes on Nats. That's super crucial. Top side also has some minions pushing, and I think this should be a very easy cleanup for RSG.
Demon Knight committed the ultimate.
Right now they're holding their ults very, very well. Aqua, Black Dragon form once again. Carl Teasy is inside the base. They're waiting for more. Here's the real deal. Here comes the one you actually ordered here. Coming in from the front, from the back. And it's going to be a knock-up on the Nats, who also has to pop away the nature, try to stay alive. Petrify from Sanford, oh my goodness! And of course, here comes the full barrage. Better late than never. Coming in clutch and cleaning it up for Echo. That should be it. Echo cleanly wins on this fight.
Calm and collected. Echo